I think that's very important. Very important to just learn from each other and learn how different people tick. So you know how to approach different people because everybody's got their own stories, everybody's got their own trauma. So, and you know, that brings out different things, different emotions out of people if that trigger is touched. So I think it's good to just get to know everyone as much as possible, even though we do live in a very, antisocial world. And I will also take fault for that. I am very antisocial. But I try to accept that and also step outside that box to create more memories. Cause that's my biggest thing right now is to make memories so that I have stories to tell my kids and my grandkids and different things like that. And so sometimes I have to accept to get over my shit to make memories. So it's all of these different things that it's a constant uphill battle, but I think that's what makes life beautiful at the same time because you do get all of these crazy things, crazy stories along the way while you're being uncomfortable. So it's all of they kind of coincide and like line up together to create these things.
They do, and a word that Lauren said that really relates to what everything you just said. It was judgment, right? Judging,
Mm,
right? You would never judge, and I think that has so much to do with someone else's mental disorders, right? Because
right.
anxiety is a mental disorder. We don't want to call it that. We don't want to, oh no, oh, no, but it is, and there's a stigma attached to anxiety. And I think it's very important to understand that, like when you said trigger, right, Logan? Like everybody is triggered by something differently. Just because you go through a situation and you're fine with it, and someone else is not fine with it, and they get anxious or they get upset or they get we shouldn't judge them as what's wrong with you. Like this is no big deal. You shouldn't even be bothered by this. We should be accepting to the fact that it does bother them. And for some reason, they are triggered by it and not hold that judgment that somehow something's wrong with them because they get upset about something we feel is insignificant, right? If it's not insignificant to them, we should be aware of that and not put that attachment or judgment on them saying something is wrong with you because you're not acting the way I act. We're all different. We all react differently to different situations, and I feel like so much nowadays society wants everybody to be uniform. And if you don't act the way they want you to act, the way they act, they judge you for it. And that's ridiculous to me. We're all human beings. We're all going to feel things differently. And to say you must react the way I react or I have a problem with you, that's kind of a big deal. I mean, I have an issue with that.
I'm a recovering perfectionist, and when people would judge me in the past and I would take it too seriously, I got to the point where I started saying, wait, why are they the barometer for what is right and wrong? Like, who made them the authority on this? And then it had to shift to, why am I judging myself so harshly? What am I
Yes.
so afraid of? And, we started by talking about your move and growth and the growth you've seen. So I try to have these moments where I check in with myself, whether it's with a journal or just like taking some time in quiet to say like, okay, how am I handling things in a way that is more evolved than a younger version of myself? Because
Mm.
I think we judge ourselves for not having mastered ourselves, that we're not in control and that we still have emotional moments and we still have, bumps in the road. But we would be really bored if we had it all figured out.
No, for sure.
I think celebrating that growth and saying, okay, the times I put, because I'm an introverted extrovert, so the times
Mhm.
I push myself to go to the thing that I don't really feel like going to, I realize, okay, good things happen when I show up, and I don't have to do it all the time, but pushing through that feeling of resistance, there's something on the other side of it.